Hello, back with another video. This one here is to show you a 2021 Ascent, and this is going to be the seatbelt removal for the passenger side. I've got a few videos on here now, and you can kind of see whether it's something, you know, if you want to ask me a question or anything, or you have any comments about it, please comment below, and I'll try to get back and answer your questions as much as possible, as quickly as I can. And if you can look for my other videos, I've been pretty good about that. So I'll get right into it here. I'm not going to fluff this up a lot because that's not what I do. So, okay, I'm going to be removing this seat belt. As you can see, this car's been in an accident, and the airbag module has deployed the airbags. Now, I've gone through and replaced the airbags in the front. I've done side curtain airbags. I've done the driver's knee and steering wheel airbag, and what else? Oh yeah, both of the side curtain airbags. So a total of 4 airbags I replaced. And what we're doing now is it also locks the seat belts in place, so you can tell if somebody was wearing their seat belt or they were not. This person was apparently not wearing their seat belt, or there was something sitting on the seat that triggered the airbag. No, it did not trigger the airbag on the passenger side. Disregard that. But for whatever reason, it didn't deploy the airbag, but it went ahead and locked the seatbelt, which I'm really happy about, because that cost me probably another $50 to $75 in getting the seatbelt rebuilt. But okay, so here's where we are. We have a I have to take this apart, and I've already done it on the driver's side, so I know what I'm doing, so I'm not wasting a bunch of your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this guy right here. Oh man, that thing's really locked. Let's see if I can get this to release. This is what's called a trim tool, by the way. If you go to Harbor Freight, you can pick up a set. If you're only going to do this once, I'd still recommend getting the metal ones. These are the medium grades that they sell at Harbor Freight. This is the, I can't remember what this costs. I think less than 20 bucks for a set of them. End result is that there we go. This helps you get underneath the edge of things without marking it up too much, without damaging it. So, okay, take a piece of plastic off. This guy here still doesn't want to release. I'm going to zip that screw out of there. Now you can use sockets and ratchets, and you can use ratchets, but I'm going to use this guy. It's a lot faster. So, and that's what you really need to see. You don't need to see me ratcheting on a bunch of stuff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this piece of rubber here out, like so. Do the same thing up here. Come on. By the way, if you notice, I pulled the front seat out. I pulled both front seats out, and that makes it a whole heck of a lot easier and get stuff out of the way. And also gives me a chance to clean the floor, because this is a car I purchased at auction, and apparently this person had a bunch of kids. At least I think 2 of them, because seat belts in the back are locked as well. Okay, now I am rocking this back and forth, and now I rocked it back and forth, which unlocks it. But there, what this has is it has a tab that sticks down into this piece. For the front. I'll show this to you in just a second. Okay, if you look right here, you can see that hole on each of these, and they have a corresponding tab that goes down into them. Now you've got these little pink stakes that pop into these holes. You want to make sure that all of those come out with it, and it looks like one was left in the other side. I just remembered to look over there. Now I got 2 screws here and here. I'm gonna pop this out real quickly. This is a 14, by the way, and I'm going to send these off to a company called Safety Restore. It's out of Massachusetts, and I do not work for them. I don't get any kind of commission off anything. Safety Restore, if you're out there, give me a call. But I'm going to send these off to them. I've had several airbag modules reprogrammed by them. Like, for example, Subaru will not reprogram your airbag module. But they will be happy to sell you a new one. Well, I don't want to buy a new airbag module. I prefer to, how did I get this out of there before? I prefer to just simply have it reprogrammed. I think they charge 50 bucks or so to reprogram it. And they also, from what I understand, they give, and this is just from what I understand, they give you a, they give the whole thing a test and make sure that it wasn't damaged when it blew the airbag modules in the first place, which it can be. So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look on the other side and remember how the heck I got that thing out of. Okay, I see what I did. Now, once I do this, I'll explain it. If I can figure it out. Oh, I see. I popped off the other side. That makes more sense. Yeah, once I do this, I will give you a nice close-up of what I did. There we go. Okay. What I did was, the plug looks just like pretty much like the other side here, like the seatbelt side, except it has a band that goes all the way across. What I did was, I took that black plastic piece, and I put my pry bar in there and I pushed on it away from the yellow. And what that does is it releases it. So then it'll just slide right out. So that slid right out. So now I've got everything removed except for the pretensioner in the floor here and the plug for the pretensioner. So I'm going to, there we are. Okay, here's where you have to pull this piece of trim up, pull all this stuff up. Come on. Ah, there we go. All right, what that does is it releases enough of this that you can get up underneath there. Well, maybe. There we go. And by the way, if I break something, I will show you that I broke it. And maybe you can do your repair and not break it. But this is the way I'm doing it. And it works pretty well. Okay. This is going to be difficult. Okay, there we go. I'll just fold this down. Get this guy on there. You can see now why I had to remove some other stuff. Just to get get enough slack in this that I can pull it out. Now, this, oh, no, I didn't unplug the wrong thing. This is the pretensioner right here. And what it does is, it applies, do you see how this was tight as a banjo string? That was because the pretensioner fired. The pretensioner fires to pull the seatbelt snug up against you, and then and it also has an explosive squib inside the seatbelt that you can see here. That's what all these yellow wires are for. They're for airbag equipment. It locks the seatbelt in place. So it pretensions and it locks it in place, and that stops you from going through the windshield. So now, as far as this goes, these plugs here, now I know that there's a black plastic clip on the back of them that you can pop out, but I have found my best result is just to push out on it, and it pops it right out, and now you've got your seatbelt removed. Now what you do is you wrap this up, you send it into a company. Like I said, I use a company called Safety Restore. You can look it up on the, Google or whatever. And what you'll get is you pack all the stuff up, you send it off to them, and they will rebuild your seatbelts to where they're like new. You do the reverse of this, you put them in place, And then once you have everything in place and you have your airbag module reprogrammed, you turn on your car and it's just like it was when it was bought. So it's really the way to go. So if you have any questions, post them below. If you have any comments, do the same right down below. And please hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, do it. If not, don't. I don't care. So I'm not doing this to be internet famous. I'm just doing this to help some people out. So have fun and have a great day.